Hi everyone, Gavin Baker, Managing Director of Surrey Sports Park. Welcome to episode 3 of our behind the scenes mini documentary series. This week it's through the eyes of Tom Bonnett, our fan engagement officer. He makes a trip into Surrey Sports Park to join the team who are looking to reopen the building, primarily looking at our fitness club and the group fitness programme and where we can deliver those sessions to as many people as possible in a safe environment. So keep giving us your feedback. I hope you're appreciating the information we're providing, giving you a snapshot of the work the guys are doing to try and make sure we are ready. So please enjoy and look forward to seeing you very, very soon.
Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of Behind the Scenes. My name is Tom, I'm part of the marketing team here at Surrey Sports Park. I'll be taking you behind the scenes today here at SSP as we've got members of the team in looking at the gym, how they can socially distance there, and also taking another look at reception, how we can continue to put signage in place to ensure that we can socially distance in the best way possible when we reopen. Currently standing in our wonderful arenas where I'd usually be with the Surrey Scorchers and Surrey Storm, but of course missing them quite a lot right now, but hopefully they'll be back soon. So one of the things I'm here looking at today is signage. So of course the building's going to look a little bit different to when you were last here. If you watched episode 2, Jodie and George were looking at potentially moving parts of the gym into our studios. So of course we're going to have to make sure that we socially distance around the building and that various parts of the building are labelled so you know exactly what you need to do when you walk into the building and exactly where you need to go and how you're going to get there. So that's what I'm looking at today, looking at where we can put signage around the building to make sure everyone knows exactly where they need to be and what's going on when you arrive.
So to abide by the social distancing guidelines provided by the government, we've had to reorganise the spin studio. So we have 25 bikes in there, and having them all in there in one space made it quite difficult to distance. So to make the studio space accessible, we've decided to remove 12 of the bikes. What we've done is we brought them into Studio B. So the Metcon class will be looking to replace our synergy sessions, as again accessibility to the synergy space is going to be quite difficult. What we'll be looking to do in Studio B is to replicate those classes, so you'll have an instructor, high intense class over 30 minutes, incorporating the bikes, some body pump kit, and they'll be bookable online.
As you can see behind me, Jodie and George have done a great job of moving some of the bikes up into Studio B to make sure we maintain social distancing during classes. From a marketing perspective, obviously, it's now going to be a case of putting signage around the building so you know where the classes are taking place, because they're not going to be in their usual space. But you know, that's something we can work on in the coming weeks, but it's looking a bit different in here now.
So we've got some more developments this week back in the gym here, and we've actually looked around it with our health and safety officer. It looks like you could enforce the 2-metre distancing in here by laying out a clear walkway through and maybe just removing a couple of bits of kit whilst the restriction is still 2 metres. So here we've marked out some chalk pathways through the free weights area just to allow for one-way traffic. And that means that if we spread out some of the kit around, we'll move some dumbbells across, move some of the plate-loaded kit around. We have removed a couple of pieces just in the first instance. It will just mean that we can reintroduce all of the kit a lot quicker rather than having to move it between studios. Bringing it back to how we know and love it will take less time.
So it's good to hear more developments from the gym, that they're going to have the equipment staying in here, but trying to mark out so that everything is 2 metres apart is going to be the next challenge. I know we've just seen George here marking out some of the lines for the one-way traffic system that they're going to try and implement here in the gym. We're now going to go and take a look at Arena C as potentially space for some of the classes. Of course, it's a big arena. We can distance much easier in there as opposed to in here or in the studios. So we're going to go and have a look and see what their plans are.
So we're here in Arena C, just looking around at how we're going to implement our group fitness program once we reopen at SSP. We've been having a look around the sports hall, and we think we're probably going to get around 20 people in here. We're looking at getting 5 rows of 4 people in. We're going to have a stage at the front where our instructor's going to go. We're also looking at bringing down some of our equipment to make it accessible, so classes such as body pump, CX works can still be run, and that equipment's going to be available to be used. Cleaning stations are also going to be found on the side, so the equipment can be cleaned in between and after being used.
So it's great to hear that Jodie and George have plans to have classes here in Arena C. Of course, it's a huge space. People can distance very safely here as opposed to some of the smaller parts of the building. It's going to be great to see people back in here training again. Of course, they're going to have stations for hand sanitizer on the side so everyone can do it before, during and after the sessions. They can clean all of the equipment. And of course, everyone can distance, as I just mentioned. So the plan is for a stage to be up here where the instructor will stand or do their session. And then all the class will be back here in rows of 5, hopefully 4 rows of 5, 2 meters apart. Should be about 20 people in here. And of course, 20 people in this space means there's going to be plenty of room for everyone to train.
So we're here in the studio. Last week we were thinking of making this an extension of the gym, but because we're now able to use the space more effectively, keep everything in there, we've decided to make this an extension of our studios. So we've repurposed some of our equipment. The indoor cycling studio, instead of having 25 bikes in it, we've taken out 11. And as you can see, we've placed them in here ready for a socially distanced extra type of class. Adding in some weights, bench and a mat, so we can do a bit of metabolic conditioning style classes. And then this side of the room will have our yoga and Pilates classes, so instead of having those in Arena C where there's a lot of space and echoing, we can keep that atmosphere in here.
And that's it for this week on SSP Behind the Scenes. Thank you for tuning in and watching and finding out what's going on. I found it really interesting being in today, seeing what kind of movements we're going to have in the gym and looking at it from a marketing perspective and what kind of signage we're going to have around the building and how we're going to be able to help our members and our guests get around safely and at a social distance. So make sure to tune in next week as we go through more details and release more information about what's happening around the building. Hopefully some more progress will be made, and take care.